Chapter 12, 6 months before prom. It has now been 6 months since Jack's trial. Amelia and Brian are talking in his hospital room. Brian says to Amelia, "Dr. Harvey told me that if I keep getting better at my current pace, I'll be out of here a month before graduation." Amelia says even if he can't walk the stage with her, she will gladly push him across. Just then, Brian looks up and sees his two bandmates, Gustavo Kane and Killian James, standing at his door. He looks at Amelia and says to her, "You know I love you and wouldn't ask you to leave unless this was personal business." Amelia says she knows, kisses Brian goodbye, and says goodbye to Killian and Gustavo on her way out. Brian looks at both of them. He then says, "God, I hate lying to her, but if she knew what we were planning, it would ruin the surprise." "So she doesn't know you're getting out of here next month?" Killian asks. Brian explains that if she knew he was getting out next month, she would get suspicious if he goes missing for hours without telling her where he is. Gustavo then cuts in and asks Brian to explain the plan again. Brian says, "The plan is for me to get out of the hospital next month. The three of us get in Gustavo's car and drive down to London, Ontario for 3 months. While in London, London City Sound has permitted us to use their studio to work on the song we will sing at the promposal. 2 months before prom, Star Boys have agreed to get back together and meet us back here in Sudbury. For that whole month, we will be working side by side with them to make sure everything goes perfectly. Also during that month, we will be sneaking around the school to talk to Mr. Donovan without Amelia seeing us. Finally, 1 month before prom, Plan BPSOHHES is a go. Now, can you guys remember that, or do you need me to write it down for you?" Gustavo and Killian look at each other and then at Brian. They both say at the same time, "We're not idiots, we can remember."